And welcome to this Trinity initial grade video of the song Long Long Ago on the Trinity initial grade 2016 to 2019 series. Quite similar to Shine Like a Star. I think this song a mixture of crotchets and quavers with minims giving us some nice rhythms and a nice way of phrasing the song, so the little sentence, as we call it, phrasing. As always, the thing to do if you're not too sure of note names at the moment, you don't feel confident, just say note names before you start. So looking at the first bar of the song, we've got a G, another G, A, B, B, C, D, E, D and B. And the reason I stopped there was because that really forms a little phrase in its own right. So that's the first phrase, of course, we're going to look at. Taking us through the song then, so we start with a G, which is open string 3. We have another G to an A, fret 2, of course, on string 3, to a B, open string 2, another B, to a C, fret 1 of string 2, a D, fret 3, there we go, fret 3 of string 2, up to E, open string E of course, down to D, fret 3 of string 2, and then a B, which lasts for 2 beats, that's a minim. Again, don't worry about which way the tails or the stems go on the note heads. It's just done to keep the notes within the music stave at the moment and doesn't really have a meaning for this song. So I'm going to play the first phrase. I'm going to count. We've been through the note names now, so we get G, G, A, B, B, C, D, E, D, B for 2. Okay, and if I count those, we get this: 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay, that's our first phrase. And then, like a response to that phrase, the next phrase, we start with D, down to C, to B, so we get D, C, B, A. There's our A at the end there, lasting for 2 beats. Back to C, fret 1 of string 2, B, A, G. Okay, so I'll play that phrase through. 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. And you can see there I added the diminuendo or decrescendo to make the end of the phrase quiet. So we started off forte loud and then quieten down at the end to maybe around about MFMP dynamic. So I'll play the first 2 phrases and we'll see what that sounds like. 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so a nice little song there. And line 2, the first phrase is the same, that's bars 5 and 6, so we'll play that. 3, 4, G, G, A, B, B, C, D, E, D, B. Now we get a difference. We get a D, 1 beat, C, B, A, B, A, G, 2, 3, 4. So the G at the end with no tail to the note, no stem, means that it lasts for 4 beats. So let's play the line 2 with MF dynamic. So not quite as loud as the start, but still confident. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. Okay, so we just added in the decrescendo again to round the phrase off. Line 3, we get a different effect now. We get some louds, fortes and piano quiet phrases. Some dynamic effects, articulation on the notes as well, with staccato. So let's look at the first part. So we get a D. Okay, so that's our first little part. Then we've got a low D, a string 4, with a staccato. So if I used my thumb, I'd create the staccato, the short note, by just doing that with my thumb. I could use one of my fingers as well. If you feel more comfortable playing the whole phrase with fingers, that's absolutely fine. And there you go. So I'm just using my fingers, just putting the next finger down to create the staccato short sound. That's P piano. So what we'll do, we'll play the first part loud. And then we're back up to MP, mezzo piano, for moderately loud piano. So therefore we can see we've got a whole mixture of the dynamics creating a lovely effect for us. I'll play that line through to see how that sounds. 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3. 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay, and that takes us now to line 4, which is exactly the same as line 2. So just counting through, and in fact I'll say the note names this time. 3, 4, G, G, A, B, B, C, D, B, D, B. C, B, A, B, A, G, 2, 3, 4. And of course that now finishes the song. So as you can see here, it was really all about getting the phrasings right of the song, so we can actually feel the different little sentences that form part of the music, if you like. Add those decrescendos when they come along, when you feel confident. Don't try it straight away, there's no worries. And remember, when you play the staccato, even though it feels like you're doing something fast, if I did it with my thumb, don't try to make it ridiculously fast, because you can see what happens there. We hit the other strings. And again with the fingers, all you do is just put the next finger down. If you try to do it too fast, you'll kind of miss what you're trying to do. So good luck with the song. Remember to say the note names first and to count as you're playing, to help play the quavers correctly against the crotchet notes and the minims, of course. So good luck with Long, Long Ago.